buzzer. Huh? All right. Good luck. 1. Here we go. Tupac was the son of a ruler of this empire who expanded it via a wide network of roads and rope bridges. That ruler of this empire, Pachacuti, formed this empire out of the chiefdom of Cuzco. That's over to Aditya for 5 points to start us off. Number 2, this regime implemented the Sakoku isolation policy and maintained a rigid social hierarchy with the samurai at the top. This government fell during the Meiji Restoration, a few years that's to insane. Tokugawa shogunate is good for 5. 3. This man claimed to see many Mariuses in a young Caesar. This general reformed the cursus honorum while holding the office of perpetual dictator before his 79 BC retirement. For the points, named as general of the late Roman Republic, was the first to revive the dictatorship. Time, that's solemn. 4. These laws were used to justify Japanese internment and the deportation of suspected gang members. These laws, passed during the quasi-war, were criticized by the Democratic Republican Party. For the points, name these controversial national security laws, that's to Counter-Reformation. Nice buzz, yes, the Alien and Sedition Act for 4. Number 5, Elpenor died drunkenly falling off the roof of this person's home on the island of Iaa. One man became immune to this person's powers. That's Aditya's. Good buzz 5. Number 6. According to one legend, this ruler was scolded by a peasant woman for letting cakes burn on her skillet. This monarch defeated Guthrum's great heathen army at the Battle of Lexington and worked out a say it again. Alfred, yeah, great. And that's for 5. 8. 7. Eric Campbell led this country's fascist New Guard, which opposed Jack Lang. This country was led by Robert Menzies, and in 1942, this country's city of Darwin was attacked by Japan. Further points over to Iran, but for 4 this time. Turning to page number 8. Careful on this one, I need the name of a city. Okay? Henry Robert, who wrote Robert's Rules of Order, built a structure to prevent an event in the city from happening again. Over 8,000 people died in a meteorological event in this city, which crushed Wall Street, the Southwest. Further points, name this city afflicted by the deadliest hurricane in American history, which smashed the Texas town that's Canadian. Galveston, yes, the Galveston hurricane for 4. Number 9, this leader's father, Arthur, served as Governor General of the Philippines before William Howard attacked. This general held the title Supreme Commander of the Allied Powers from 1945 to Aditya Eisenhower from 45 to 51, and earlier he was forced to flee one country after retreating to Bataan, stating, "I shall return." That's to Counter-Reformation. Good. 5. 10. Georgia. Careful on this one. The congressional bill that created this program was introduced by Wilbur Mills. The Affordable Care Act significantly expanded this program for the assistance of impoverished people. That's to Zen. Deal for the points named this healthcare program that is not to be confused with Medicare. Teacher? Yeah, 3. Okay, let's go to score check.
Aditya with 11, Nathan with 9, the rock 4, Nirvid with 9, and Alexandra with 8.
Okay, sure. Good. All right, 11. The Chechen Kadyrov attempted to attack this organization in Rostov, winning the Battle of Bakhmut. This paramilitary group's leader accused the Ministry of Defense, led by Sergei Shoigu, of shelling its positions. For the points, named as Russian paramilitary groups. That's to honor it. And sorry, Russian paramilitary group formerly led by Yevgeny Prigozhin. Times the Wagner. Well, a princess of this place named Andromeda was rescued by Perseus. This place's name references a myth that its people have dark skin due to being burned by Phaeton's chariot. For the point, name this region from Greek myth that shares its name with a modern country. To Egypt? Ethiopia is good for 4. 13. In a poem addressed to this leader, one woman envisioned a celestial flyer enthroned in realms of light. Poem referred to this man as His Excellency, while another author, Carson Means, wrote the first biography of this leader, describing how he could not tell a lie. That's to honor it. Yeah, that's maybe a generous, but still good for 5. Okay, 14. Pause and die down. 14 scorching 50. After this fire hired the executioner Chanda Girika to staff a prison dubbed this man's namesake Hell. This ruler's son, Mahinda, became a monk. And this ruler's violent actions in Kalinga, to Aditya, good for 5. 15. Kit Carson served alongside this person during conflicts with Native Americans in California. This person lost the presidential election, saw vote splitting with the Know-Nothing party of Millard Fillmore. For the points, named as first Republican presidential nominee, that's good to say. Good for 4.
I have, with 20, Nathan with 9, Barak with 4, Nirvid with 12, and Land with 7.
Check. Okay. 16. One agreement named for this city established a meridian off the coast of Cape Verde. A 1494 agreement named for this city resulted in the division of lands discovered in the New World. Where the points named this city, the namesake of a treaty between the Spanish colony. Say it again. No, I'm sorry. The namesake of a treaty between the Spanish and Portuguese empires. Well, that's -1. Time. Both very close, but I heard an extra syllable over here and mixed letters here. Tordesillas. 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 Yes. Yeah. Okay, 17. Focus. This man converted a white man, Alfred T. Brantley, for telling him to cease from his wickedness. Confessions of this man were published by contemporary white lawyer Thomas Ruffin Gray. 1831 rebellion, Southampton County, Virginia, was led by Nathan. Good. Still good for 5. Last syllable. 18. One woman associated with this philosophical movement wrote The Ethics of Ambiguity and a seminal text of modern feminists, The Second Sex. That woman was also close friends with a Frenchman who wrote Being and Nothingness, describing this philosophy as a humanist in another book. Jean-Paul Sartre was a leader of what popular school of philosophy, which focuses primarily on the human subject in an absurd universe. Yes, what is a classic question posed by existentialist philosophers? Yeah. All right, 19. Can we focus? It's a good one. These events in a certain city led to the start of the Hussite Wars. One of these events sparked 30 years war and adversaries were tossed into a dunghill. For the points, name the series of events, a number of which happened in Prague and involved people being thrown out of windows. Shh. Time. It's a great word. Could have used it in school yesterday. Defenestration. Defenestration. Yes. Says that. Okay, fine. Score check. Focus players. Okay. This country's location of Pico was renamed the dictator who ordered the Parsley Massacre. That ruler who led this country from 1930 to 61 was briefly succeeded by his son Ramses and was named Rafael Trujillo. For the point, name this country, which during 20th century saw its relationship with its neighbor Haiti, Saturn. That's over to Europe. That's good for 3. All right, score check.
Detail with 20, Nathan with 12 Marots, with 7, and Mirabel with 12, and Zan with 6.
All right, 21, let's go. Chris Malachowski and Curtis Green helped form this company with Taiwanese American engineer Jensen Huang. This company overtook Microsoft for a single day in 2024 as the world's most valuable company thanks to the AI boom. For the point, name this American tech corporation originally known for its GPUs for video game graphics. Perfect? Time. Nvidia. 22. Careful on this one. This movement was launched by an assembly convened by Paul III. That assembly affirmed transubstantiation and rejected the doctrine of salvation by faith alone. This movement was launched by the Council of Trent and was determined to oppose. Nathan? Yes, for 5 points. Off the Reformation, Counter-Reformation. 23. Okay, double check on him. Yeah, sorry.
After.
All right, full score check. Roger, why don't you?
17, we're off with 6, Newman with 11, and Zan with 6. That's right.
The question was completed. Yeah, the question was completed. That's why. Fine, that's now. Nvidia one.
2017, 6, 11 years. Yeah. Okay, first check. 23. This Caribbean-born man was seen as a supporter of elective monarchy, though he rejected the term. In an 1804 gubernatorial election, this man supported the eventual victor, Morgan Lewis, leading to his murder. Lewis's opponent. The point in this event, good for 4. 24. This ruler ended 100 days reform by executing the 6 gentlemen of Wushu. This concubine for the Xinfeng emperor elevated the Guangxu emperor to the death of the Tongji emperor. For the point, name this long-ruling attitude. Nathan? Yes, the Dowager Empress Cixi for 4 points. 25. This missionary discovered Victoria Falls, which he named for his queen. This explorer died in present-day Zambia, searching for the source of the Nile. After which his heart was buried under a mvule tree. Good. Nathan? David Livingstone, yes, and that was good for 5 points. All right, so after 25, another quick score check.
A detail with 1 and with 6. With 6, near them with 15, and Zan with 6.
Okay, remember, we're playing for 40. 40. Okay, 26. A Tory government official accused this Whig Party member of criminality and corruption and imprisoned him in the Tower of London for 6 months. This politician sorted out the South Sea bubble as first Lord of the Treasury and leader of the House of Commons. Further points, name this politician usually considered Great Britain's first Prime Minister. Times. Walpole. We go. 1-7. In this election year, the Liberal Republican Party permanently split from the Republicans. Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for illegally voting during this election year, in which Horace Greeley was defeated. For the points, in this election year, in which incumbent President Ulysses Grant coasted to an easy re-election. Time, 1872. 72. We have 3 to go. Score check after this one, after the next one. 28. The overthrow of Jose Iturbide inspired this in a speech on September 16 in support of Ferdinand VII, Spaniards, cited stop gun independence movement in Mexico. Over to Nathan. No, sorry. For the points, name this priest and revolutionary who gave the cry of Dolores. Time. That's Father Hidalgo. Hidalgo. Priest. All right, score check.
Detail which 20, Nathan with 24, Renat with 6, Antoinette with 15, and Zan with 8.
Okay, 2 to go. Consider your strategies. 24, 20. Over there. Honored. Title 15. 29. Okay. This agreement with nearly 30,000 square miles of land the Gila River. This agreement extended U.S. territory into present-day southern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. For the points, name this 1854 land acquisition named for an American. That's Nathan. It is the Gadsden Purchase for 4. That's 28. Here is your last score check.
Detail with 20, Nathan with 28, Rot with 6, Antoinette with 15, and Zan with 6.
Okay, players, here's number 30. Soapstone bird figures found at this site became national symbols. Extensive trade networks connected the Indian Ocean to this site, which flourished between the 11th and 15th centuries under the Shona people near Masvingo. For the points, name this medieval stone city that lends its name to a modern nation. To Nathan. It is Great Zimbabwe, and with that, okay, so first off, congratulations also to everybody, but we have a tie break first between Virat and Zad. Both hit 6. Gave me different tracks, trophies for every position. Okay, so I just need both of you. Now, important in tiebreaker procedures. There are no PowerPoints and there are no nets. Okay, so I will need a correct answer either from Virat or Zad to secure what will be 4th place. Okay, so does not get the first correct response will take place. Pretty good. Let's see who it will be for the shinier file. Okay, I've got one more backup question to use here as a tiebreak. If not, I've got dozens that I've written personally that nobody's ever seen on my lap. Okay, for now, just both of you. Let's see if you can get it off this one. Okay, the end of this.